We are live. Hello, everybody. Rob the Replicator here. Just coming to you today with a stream about what I would do different if I had to start over in comics. First off, hello, Darren. Good to see you again, mate. Replicator 3 launches in 20 days, 19 hours, 59 minutes, and 31 seconds. So that's awesome. Really excited about that. And the sign up here is for Replicator 3, which the link is in the description. So make sure you click that button and sign up because there'll be awesome deals. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so first thing I would probably think about if I was doing everything from the start differently is marketability. How marketable is the idea that you have? Is it going to be something around superheroes, which is always marketable, or is it going to be something around I don't know, rabbit fighting or something like that, which will have a really small fan base? So that's something you have to consider from the get-go. How marketable is your book going to be? There is one exception, right? And that's passion. If you can be super passionate about fighting rabbits, right? If that's your thing, and you can bring 100% of your energy and promote that as it's the best thing ever created, then in my mind, this supersedes marketability. However, if you're able to bring all the passion and you're really excited about something that's marketable, that would be the golden ticket. So that would be the real thing to do. The next is concept. And with Replicator, right, it's a little bit difficult because it's kind of a hybrid of a lot of things. Like, it's got a post-apocalyptic feel, it's got elements of horror, it's got sci-fi, it's also got superheroes, and it's also got mech. So it's like 5 different things in one. Plus there's like, 2 stories that kind of intertwine in the book. So it's kind of hard to say, like, it's kind of like Star Trek, right? As an example, because it's not. It's kind of like, it's a little bit kind of more like, 28 Days Later, or any mix of a number of things. So it's hard to grab on a specific audience and go, hey, my book is like your show that you love. You will like my book. So that's another thing. Try and keep it in the same realm as something, right? The more things it's like, the harder it is to sell, to grab a hold of specific people. So, like, for example, Kozor, you could say it's horror, so you can grab all of the horror people. Cyberfrog, superhero creature type stuff, you can grab all those people. But having it go into so many different fields, it makes it harder to find its actual audience. Okay, so that's another thing. I'm flying through these. I thought this would take a lot longer, so bear with me. Title. So you want a really good title. You want it to be not hard to spell. So, like, I could give you an example, but I won't. But someone I'm working with has a business, and their business name is a word that I've rarely heard used, like, in my entire life. It's a word that exists in the English language, but people don't use it, and it's hard to spell. Like, it's not natural. If you haven't written the word throughout your life, it's going to be confusing as to how to spell that word. So this person, in my opinion, is doing himself a disservice. He should have a business name or a comic name that's easier to spell. So you don't want hard words, and I can't really think of any examples, but like, apocalypse is not a hard word, it's probably on the borderline of, people spell it wrong, but I'll still be able to find it. But what's an example of a hard word to spell? Anyway, you get the idea. Hello, George. Thanks for joining us here. So keep it easy to spell. If anyone in chat has got a good example of a really hard word to spell, that would be exactly what I'm talking about. And you want to have it catchy. So like, this is going to be subjective, I guess, but like, you have Cyber Frog, you have Replicator, you have Graveyard Shift, you have Downcast. All these things are memorable. You don't want to have something that's drawn out like, the Bookcase of Infinite Wisdom, the comic edition, or something like that. Keep it short and snappy. One thing also you need to consider is like, how is that going to look on your comic book, right? So I've got a couple of examples here. You've got Downcast, it's 9 letters, and like that's how it looks, right? Really nice and clean. And then Replicator here, which is a lot more letters and a totally different look. And that goes into the next point, which is logo. My original book, I'll show you. I should have a copy just over here, which I do. That's my original logo. It's pretty fair to say I hate that logo now. I thought at the time it was the coolest thing going around, because it's kind of like a mix of sci-fi and a mix of like post-apocalyptic kind of look. But I just don't like it. I don't like looking at it. This isn't a memorable logo. It's simple, it's clean, and it stands out. But if I could go back to the start, I would make whatever comic book I did have a really strong logo, because that's what it is. Like, it's branding. Like all the big companies, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, it's all branding. Every time that you see the McDonald's logo, you know what it is. So like some good examples, Downcast, like I think that's a really good logo, really strong, simple, clean, and Clint could use that and it's memorable. Graveyard Shift. Personally, I don't love the logo, but you know what it is. You're reminded of Graveyard Shift every time you see it. This skull logo, I love. John uses this everywhere. It's in his Twitter handle, and anything he does, he'll use that skull. So it's Graveyard Shift. Again, really strong branding. Black and white. This is by Art to Bear. Really simple. You've got the black, and which is black, and the white, which is white, and then you've got the sniper rifle scope with like a yin yang thing. So really clever logo as well. Yeah, so really it comes back to me just going over the things again, which is marketability. Think about how marketable your book is going to be, like what genre it falls into, making it, along similar to something but different. Okay, so you want it to be like, so as an example, it's Star Trek but a different version or different take on Star Trek, so you can get the Star Trek fans, right? So that's something that you can definitely consider doing. But trumping all that is passion. If you're not passionate about the project, you're not going to be able to sell it regardless of what it's like. And that's what I would say is number one. Like Replicator, if I didn't have Replicator, right? If I didn't have Replicator, I wouldn't be doing comics. I did Replicator because I was passionate about it, and certain ideas and things I wanted to tell, and that's the reason why. But if I decided to do a comic based on these things first, it wouldn't have happened. I just wouldn't have done it. Title's not hard to spell, catchy, and logo, really important things to do. That is really all I wanted to go over, and it's only taken 10 minutes. So there you go. Have a look here. We've got Kozor wrapping up in 2 days. 311 backers, nearly at 18,000 now. Wow, that's amazing, guys. And Replicator 3 sign up. Really good news. I actually heard back from Indiegogo and they found all my missing emails. So that's incredible. 400 people have returned to me. So combined with the 300 that have signed up since, I'm really blown away. That's really cool. I'm sure a lot of those 300 have signed up will be already re-sign-ups, but that's fine. And we have 20 days to go. All right. So yeah, really quick video, guys. If you have any questions in chat, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to just call it there. Yeah, it is great news. It is great news, Darren. Thank you. And let me show you this cover if you haven't seen it. This is from Clayton and Kanan White. Absolute baller cover. That is going to be one of the Replicator 3 covers that you can pick up. So I'm really excited for that. We've also got some day one backer rewards in the works. They're about halfway done, and I can't wait to see them because it's something different. Oh, it might give you a bit of a hint there if you screenshotted that. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week. I'm going to start doing these Monday, Tuesday, and Friday when I'm not streaming with Clayton on How to Draw Comics on Wednesday, Thursday, our time anyway. And yeah, be well, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.